Hi everyone, I'm Ginevra Falciani of the Ca' Foscari Short Film Festival, and today we are here with Hipployte Leibovici, which is the director of the short film Mothers of the international competition. So, hi.
Hello everyone.
So, my first question is, the theme of the detachment is very present in your short film because there is both the detachment among the generations of drag queen and the one between the young drag queen and her mother. So my question was, what was the process that led you to want to tell this story?
Well, it was a bit of a non-process. It was a bit of a natural events because I just met those characters for over a year and they become close friends. And then I start to think that as a family, because when you want to become a drag queen, you need to find an experimented drag queen that will be your drag mother, and they will teach you how to be a drag queen, how to make up, how to walk with heels, how to dance, and all that kind of things. So at the end, I got those 4 drag queens who was all the drag mother of one other. So Maman was the oldest. Then Mademoiselle Boop was also the drag mother of Lulu Velvet, who was the drag mother of Kimi Amen. So it was just like a portrait of family.
Mm-hmm. So, and you decided to film that.
Yeah, because it was also the testimony of generation as being gay, as being drag queens, and in the film there is this sentence from Maman who say, "The world has changed. Why would drag queen didn't have?" And I think it was singular in a very precise singularity, and that meant something. That meant that in the 80s, as they said, it was more difficult to be gay, to be a drag queen.
Yeah.
And nowadays it should be easier, but we can see in the film that it really isn't. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the short is present as a documentary, but the conversation among the characters, it's very it's fluid, and almost seems like it has in a good sense be prepared, like there was a script. What was which directions did you give to the characters? Like it was more fluid, or there was a scheme?
Actually, it's very funny because yesterday I received a question of another journalist, and they asked me okay, so your actress, did you wanted them to be drag queen? And I was like, well, it's a documentary, so they're not really actress. And now to answer that, there is many things that make it think it is a fictional scenaristic thing, but I think most of people think documentary is just a guy with a shitty camera taking everywhere, and I hate that because I come from fiction and I kind of like aestheticism, and I was really in need of that in that film, and I think it helped people to get more to the documentary. So that was the first thing. Then I've prepared this documentary for a year, so I did some portraits of drag queens individually. There was 30 portraits with many questions, and it get me through a theme. But that night, for real, and that's why I will desacralize documentary. We were just being drunk for 5 hours. That's a lot. So no, there was not really a direction. We were just like, okay, let's film. Let's see what's happened. And they knew that I wanted to do a film about love, about family. But they came to that very naturally without me asking. We didn't stop to shoot for 5 hours. We were just drinking and drinking and drinking. And then this happened. And then I think the last step is the editing, because the editor, Léol Poubelle, did a fantastic job, because of those 5 hours of discussion, you can think it's 20 minutes fluidity. But it's not. It's 5 hours of discussion that she made in 20 minutes, and the editing is so good that she make it happen. It's natural, but still there is nothing prepared, and just I think there is much luck in that, and it's and it's good to assume those kinds of things. In documentary, you can have luck sometimes. So no, and it's really funny because there is many things like that. Like after screenings, people tell me sometimes, yeah, it's a brilliant step that you did to just do close up with the drag queens, just to be so close from them and stuff. And I just say, we just forgot to do some large shots. That's the truth of it. There is no directing genius. There is luck and alcohol and much love.
Okay. And I read in your biography that you, at a certain point, you switched from fiction to documentary. And I wanted to ask you if in this choice there was like a way that you saw the purpose of cinema and the what directors can do. I don't know, like what are your ideas about the purpose that cinema have today?
There is many things in that. First of all, the film I made before this film was supposed to be my last one because I couldn't star it enough. Like I didn't love cinema. I didn't really enjoy to make film anymore. And the funny fact is, the actors of my last film, they get me into that cabaret in order to celebrate the end of the last shooting.
Oh.
So that's because of them I did a film, a documentary about drag queens. But before that, I was supposed to stop to stop shooting. And it's just that, you know, there is a very different preparation between a documentary and fiction, because when you are doing fiction, you can, you know, just do nothing for a year. You can write, but there is nothing concrete. You will just write and write and write, and all that kind of masturbation. I don't like that. I need some real thing. I need to be able to touch them. I need to be able to, you know, to see things changing, moving and stuff. And for example, in that documentary, and I think in a lot of documentary, you can't cheat. And that's what I like in documentary. Because at some point when I did the 30 portraits, and I asked the four of them, would you like to do a film with me? They said, sure, but before you have to become a drag queen. And I really enjoyed to do that. And that's something that will never happen if I did a fiction, because, you know, you just action and stuff and go. Here we couldn't cheat at all. So yeah, that's what I like. But still, my next film is a fiction. So
okay.
I think, yeah, now I have grown up a bit, and I feel ready to get back to fiction again. But yeah, you know, I've been writing this film for over a year, and I'm already tired of it. And that's what I say. It's like you can jerk off for a year pretending you're working, but there is nothing concrete, and still there is nothing concrete. So we'll see.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.